That's kind of a welcome, guys, to Frametrap Fridays episode. What are we?
Episode 9 is what we're
9.
on.
Oh
I
my
think
God,
so.
we're almost the double digits already.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure last week was 8.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just updated it. It is 9. Welcome, guys, to the channel and to another episode of Frametrap Fridays. Got some exciting news about Street Fighter 5 this week. But before we go into that, how was your week this week, Mason?
I did a whole lot of nothing this week. I didn't go to any of our weeklies. I've played nothing but Dark Souls 3 and roguelikes and hung out with my girlfriend. So it's
I
been good for me, bad for my social life.
I did all that except for the hanging out with your girlfriend and playing Dark Souls 3. So in other words, it did nothing.
Okay, so nothing was what I did.
No, just some school stuff this week. Didn't get too much done. Didn't do so well at the weekly either, but
As you
that's
might
okay.
be able to hear, I've been pretty under the weather, so
Yeah, excuse Mason for being a total nerd.
yeah, because I have complete control over my autoimmune system. You're right, Pete.
Not to mention that you work at a bank, so your voice problem's even more exasperated than even what it
Dude,
could be.
speaking of people who can control their autoimmune system, have a better job than working at a bank and have no voice problems, Lieutenant Guile.
I actually did not expect that one. That was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually for once something I was not expecting.
Gotta
Yeah,
keep it fresh.
but yeah, Guile's gonna be entering the Street Fighter V universe here, and he's got some pretty sweet stuff going on in terms of his kit, and in terms of his looks. He looks like a really sweet guy.
Well,
Just
I just I'm gonna start off this whole podcast by saying I am vehemently against charge characters because Josh placed them in Street Fighter 4, and when I was learning, they were just a big pain in the ass for me. But I can safely say Guile looks tight as hell.
yeah, he's got some pretty unique tools to say the least to work with. So I mean, just talk about the update and just the game in general. I guess you know, is Guile? Do you think there's a character they should release before Guile? Like, do you think there is like, oh man, I think this is a
I
major part of the game that's missing.
I think Guile is okay. I think Alex is kind of aggressive. He's got all the power bombs and everything, and Guile's kind of a chill character. I think Balrog is actually a questionable next choice.
Yeah, another defensive in a row.
hmm That's
That's
just
true.
weird to me with how the game has been expanding meta-wise.
That's true. Yeah, because we're gonna have probably the first real zoning character coming out this month. I mean, Ryu is arguably a real zoning character, but doesn't really play like that. Nash is not a zoning character. Ken is not a zoning character, and no other character in the game has a zoning fireball.
Very
So,
true.
so I mean, beside Ryu, which Ryu isn't not really a zoner, this is the first real zoning character, which is pretty insane to have. Although to be fair, I don't think he's going to be like Street Fighter 4 Guile, like that much zoning, just constantly chucking sonic booms.
I hope not. That was something.
Yeah, I want to play that Guile, dude. That's what I want to play. But
He, he would be broken in this game.
he would be exactly. He would be.
Anybody with Street Fighter 4 levels of defense could easily sweep anything with that level Guile, dude.
Dude,
Easily.
Street Fighter 4 was godlike in terms of zoners. We don't have that quite yet in Street Fighter 5, but Guile does seem to be again one of the better ones when it comes to zoning tools. He has a sonic boom like you expect. Also, his V skill also playing into his zoning playstyle with that sonic blade.
Yeah, I was wrong in my prediction. I thought it was going to be something that moved him forward while keeping his charge. But they implemented that somewhere else in his kit. Haha, wink wink, nudge nudge. But I think Sonic Blade's kind of cool. It reminds me of like an anime game projectile.
An
Well, I
anime
mean,
game.
that's the only thing that you can really relate it to, like a projectile that stays in place. Then you can launch stuff through it, like Kai has that in Guilty Gear. There's a couple characters with that in Blaze Blue. You don't really see a lot of like Street Fighter characters with that kind of shoot a projectile through another projectile to make a better one kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the only other real comparable one is Aegis Reflector from Third Strike, which did have its roots in Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue in terms of its inspiration. So that's definitely true.
Wait, if Urian shot a fireball through the Aegis reflector, it got powerful?
I think so, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't play Third Strike.
Aegis Reflector.
That's kind of cool if it's so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But but no, yeah, I think that's cool because it kind of gives him an offensive thing on because you can place on a wake up or kind of a get off me or kind of a you're gonna jump kind of thing.
And not to mention, it's really cool just to see a guy, he's like chucking sonic booms, all of a sudden he just throws out one that just stays right in front of him and it doesn't actually do anything. It's pretty sweet looking.
I googled Aegis Reflector, and the third picture is just an MS Paint drawing of it. It's pretty tight. Sorry, I got off topic there.
What?
It doesn't matter, but yeah, I
I'm too
think
busy staring at Urian's pecs, dude. Sorry.
yeah. So that does give Sonic Boom 2 hits, right?
There's some kind of upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's 2 hits, but
I think I saw 2 hits, and because they have a lot of gameplay out on UK Gamer Fighters or whatever.
yeah,
They had
winner stays on.
exactly. So there was a lot of stuff there, and Josh was showing me that. So I think it does do 2 hits, which is pretty powerful in terms of zoning because fireball recoveries in this game aren't exactly the quickest.
Yeah, they
They're not
definitely
as they're not as like committed as you were in 4. Like you're not going to get as destroyed for them, but they still take a pretty solid amount of time.
That's true. The combos without meter or without a crush counter in this game are a lot less damaging than Street Fighter 4. So I mean, that's something to keep in mind when you punish a fireball. You don't get as much. Like for example, with Nash, it's like that's like the most basic confirm in Street Fighter 4. It'd be like jump roundhouse, stand fierce, best, cancelable, whatever move you have.
Very simple to the point.
Yeah, like it's not like you're playing a Kuma and then you're like jump roundhouse, stand fierce, FADC, stand fierce, Tatsu DP. It's nothing like that.
Oh, you know what I just noticed, dude? I've been looking at all these pictures and something. Guile always has the shades.
hmm
Oh my gosh.
Also, his
That's a
costume's pretty dope in general. Here we can go.
powerful buff.
Yeah, we can go and check this out. If I get this monitor capture going, there we go. Go and check.
Powerful buff to Guile.
Dude, look at that. I love this tie. Got that tie going on,
I wish I had Guile's hair, dude.
but also got the glasses going on there.
Sorry, Guile's kind of a silly character when you like look at him. Like when you look at parts of him individually, like just his hair and his face is ridiculous, and then like just the tie and the.
Oh, his back also like hunches like really far forward. Like he's
Yeah.
got some like scoliosis going on, dude. Like,
No, he was in the military, dude. You can't have that in the military.
I
They'd
mean,
kick you out.
maybe he lied, dog.
Maybe.
Like he was like, "Yo, you got asthma?" And he's like, "No." What do you mean?
Asthma.
He's like, "No, I don't got that." And they're like, "Okay, what about scoliosis?" He's like, No, none of that, dude."
Dang, dude. That's rough.
And he's got both of those.
Well, yeah. I think, dude. I was okay. So when I first saw the trailer for Guile and he V-triggered and like did a combo in the corner, and it looked like he was doing a machine gun blow. I
Yeah, with
was like,
sonic booms.
what is this? Well, because in Omega he had a little auto.
Okay,
combo
yeah.
thing.
Can we talk about Omega Mode real quick?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Like, okay, so me and Robbie were talking about it last night. Like, Omega Mode was seriously the proving ground of Street Fighter V. Think about it. Ryu had a parry. Zangief had, oh god, a parry. So both of these skills were available there. If you think about of Mega DJ, he was literally Nash. Chargeable fire or non-charged fireballs. He had a moonsault. Literally, he had like that weird like vault kick thing, and then also he had his EX Sonic Boom. He could do one then two. Like it wasn't just a one-time guarantee. His Sobot kicks are very similar to the Sonic Scythes. Very similar. Like dude, seriously, like that is a one-to-one move over from that. Like, and also like think about throws, right? Like when you threw somebody in Street Fighter 4 in Omega mode, like they would instantly get up. Remember Zangief
Yep.
doing a heavy SPD and he'd be like negative on his own SPD. Like that's
That was so fun.
yeah, that's what it was. It was literally Omega mode was literally Street Fighter 5.
It's funny you say that because Josh and I thought the same thing. So we went in and we started messing around with Guile and then with Balrog. Balrog has like no changes at all. He gets a command grab. He gets the ability to feint like turn punches, right? He can do turn punch with just holding heavy punch or heavy kick instead of all three.
So
And
it's
then
like
he-
Birdie.
And then he gets an extra confirm on EX dash punch for extra meter. That's it. Otherwise, he's strictly the same. So he probably will have some interesting new stuff, I think, that hasn't been seen yet. Just in terms of Omega Mode to Street Fighter V. In case you were curious, he just has like nothing changed at all.
Because like Guile, like he has a target combo, which is like stand medium punch, like forward fierce or something, and it's in Omega mode, and also it's in Street Fighter 5. Like that was crazy. Just how 1-to-1 that was, where they put something in Street Fighter 4 Omega mode. It seemed like it made it into Street Fighter 5.
And there was a lot of talk about that, when it first came out, but I didn't pay much heed until, but hindsight is 2020, so.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, it's still not like still you can't play Omega mode and get good Street Fighter 5. They're totally different feeling games, but I mean at least you can get an idea how some of the characters may play out in
The
the
framework
future.
is definitely there for sure.
Like a lot of the moves are the same, and a lot of the the styles of knockdowns are the same, which is pretty interesting.
Oh.
So moving on to his V trigger.
Sorry, I'm not. Yeah, his V trigger is really
No,
tight.
well, yeah, like that's some crazy stuff. Just looking at it from the outside.
Yeah, because each button throws a different sonic boom. Like each just button, like you just press them. Did you know that?
Yeah, like just bup
Yeah.
bup 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 bup.
And so you can do 5 slows in a row or 5 fasts, and you can do that twice on one V trigger bar.
Well,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because you can mix them up. You are it's pretty much guaranteed damage, which is really weird for a V trigger. Like even if you just pop it and then go full screen and do whatever, or right up in their face, like they're gonna either get hit by all the booms or they're gonna jump over one. You get the flash kick, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy.
or they're gonna take an insane amount of chip damage.
Yeah, which is actually kind of a big deal in this game,
hmm Yeah,
considering nobody really does chip damage.
yeah. The only character that really does chip damage is Bison and Nash.
Hmm.
And that's the only two characters that really get that sort of chip damage. But yeah, it is insane looking if you ever see. Like it doesn't look like it belongs in Street Fighter Five, to be honest. It really doesn't. It just how fast he moves when he does it. It's totally different than the rest of the cast.
It's gonna be like the first. I think it's wow, that was awful. So there are like V triggers that obviously change the momentum of the game, and I think that's going to be one of the bigger ones. Like bar is going to be very important to Guile, I think.
You think it's gonna be a 2 bar or 3 bar?
I think it's a 2 bar. I think in all the stuff that I saw, it
Oh,
was
it
a two
is a
bar.
2 bar.
Yeah,
Wow,
I think so.
man, that is insane. That's a two
I'll look it
bar.
up really quick.
Think about like Ken's is a 3 bar. Like Ken's is actually really good too, but like you know, wow.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think. I mean, that's one of the easiest changes though. Like if something gets too strong, you're like, we'll just make it a 2 bar or a 3 bar. You know, you just change literally one number, and then you're all good.
hmm
I'll pop into a match real quick. I'll confirm it here in 2 seconds. Oh no, it's a 3 bar.
Oh, it's 3 bar.
Yep,
Okay,
it's a 3 bar
I
for
would say
sure.
that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 3 bar. I mean, that does make sense. Also, to be fair, he's a defensive character, so like a lot of times he might not take as much damage as a non-defensive character. Like he might get ticked and nicked and knacked there, but he's not going to be like, oh, I just got hit for 483 damage. So it might be a little easier for him to gain all three of those bars in comparison to a character like like Ken, for example, which has to go in and take insane amount of damage to get his offense done.
And this is going to be kind of a like unpopular opinion, I think. I think 3 bar is actually better for him because you get more V reversals and you have more incentive to play defensively. You know, you kind of want to play that patient game to get those 3 bars, you know?
Yeah,
And if
'cause
somebody is right up on you and you V reversal and do whatever it is, I don't know what his actually is, and pushes them away and they're right back in you again, you've still got 2 more to kind of shift the momentum back away and get yourself your breathing space back.
and not to mention that, I mean, you have to use your. That means it's gonna be like Bison, where it's like, are you gonna V reversal this round, or are you going to use your V trigger this round? Especially with how powerful that. So like, if he's the defensive character, a V reversal is gonna be very powerful. And also on that same token, obviously his V trigger looks very powerful. So like, you really have to pick which one you want, the offense or the defense.
Which is, that's interesting to me. Do you think defensive guiles from 4 or offensive guiles from 4 are going to do better with this guile?
Offensive.
Yeah.
Only because they never. I don't think any character is going to be that good at zoning like any of the zoners were in Street Fighter 4. Like, think about how good Sagat was and how good Gao was at zoning. It's just it's just light and day
Hmm.
versus like some of the zoners in this game.
For sure, for sure.
Like, I think like Knuckle do it. He's going to do very good with this new Guile.
If he likes them, if he even plays kind of remotely similar.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this character isn't really. Again, I just see him, being really good with normals and moving around a lot. Like, they even made him like walk forward during. How do you even input that anyway?
Just down forward, I imagine. You mean the crouch walk,
Yeah,
which we haven't touched on yet?
yeah, but just
Probably,
I was just really curious. Like, do you like press a button or something?
it's probably just down forward. Yeah.
I thought that like just like you said, I thought that would be his V trigger or sorry V
Mhm.
skill.
Yeah, because keeping your charge while moving is absolutely crazy. Like even though it's just a flash kick, that's one of his two moves. That is literally 50% of his arsenal that you get to keep while spacing yourself better. That's crazy.
Hmm.
It's crazy to me because then you can throw out your little stationary projectile and get him to do all whatever. And as they're in the air, you're like, I'm just out of range. Doo-doo-doo-doo, and then you flash kick.
Yeah,
Easy.
but like you can't actually block during it. If it's down forward, you can't block.
Right, but I mean, you can go from down forward to down back quickly.
Sure.
It's not like it's gonna. I mean, that's not really an issue.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, like you walk so slow.
hmm
You know what I mean? I feel like it's gonna be a little bit. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's pretty overhyped for how good I think it's gonna be.
Really?
Personally,
Oh,
I think it's overhyped.
then
Just
we can agree to disagree, Chris Becca.
I mean, we should talk about it though. I mean, this is interesting. I just think he
Okay.
walks. I just think he walks too slow to do anything effective with it.
See, and it's funny to me because I think it's going to be good based on the points that you're saying. Like, Guile is going to be a zoning defensive character, and the fact that he can maneuver around like that, even as small as it is huge to me. Like, even though Street Fighter V is fast and people are jumping around or whatever, movement still matters. And the fact that you can inch your way forward for really no risk at all is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I was afraid of somebody dashing in my face and like sweeping me, and then I'm like, oh no.
But I mean, you have time to react. It's not like it's going to be
Yeah.
instant, you know? I don't know, because in Street Fighter 4, a lot of my crouching combos, or most people's crouching combos, you did down forward for the offensive crouch stuff. And if you drop a combo or whatever, you can always just move it back. Like, yeah, if they're mashing out DP, you're going to get hit by it. But if you see and you know it's like, oh, a combo's going to get dropped, you just go to block, and there you are. You're set to go.
Yeah, that's true. It does seem like it is a good tool to have. I just don't see it being as impactful. That's all I feel.
I guess there's only one way to find out when the game comes out, but I think that it's going to be very useful for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be definitely a tool you're definitely going to see a lot of top guys are going to use. Especially, I think, maybe at the pro level play, I definitely see it being very good. Because, like, that's where, like, movement is lessened because people know how to react to dashes properly and know spacing a lot better. I feel like Knuckle Dude's going to get some pretty sick stuff out of it, but, like, I feel like at your local tournament, like, Joe and Billy Bob are just going to have some really hard times using that freaking down forward move.
God, fucking Billy Bob, what a scrub.
Dude,
Fucking asshole.
and he keeps throwing sonic booms like it's Street Fighter 4, man.
Well, I think it's interesting too, is that that's not really something anybody thought would be added. You know, it's something new to his tool set. Again, just a fresh take on an old character, and I think that it's really cool that Capcom is stepping out like that, and it makes me really hopeful and positive for like the characters that are gonna come. Like I was terrified for Ibuki until I realized I'm like, oh, they're actually rechanging these characters up into something that's manageable. So Ibuki's not going to be this nightmare demon, or maybe she will be, but you know, they're actually putting thought into it. They're actually changing things for the better, and we saw that at the beginning of the game too, like with Vega and his stances and stuff. But this just shows that it wasn't a fluke. You know, it wasn't like a well, they got lucky with these couple characters. It's they're actually maintaining that level of newness while keeping the characters' theme and flavor in check.
Yeah, it's really true. I mean, especially I think they're going to be trying to. How do I say this? When Ibuki first came out in Super Street Fighter 4, she was not a Vortex character. What she did, she played footsies well. She had great footsie tools. She used her pinwheel kicks, her crouching medium punch, and her slide to really. She kind of stayed outside of the Shoto range, but she does exactly what she does now, which is blow up Shoto's low forwards. Like that's exactly what her point was, to blow up Shoto's really. And the thing is that they. But then obviously the Vortex came around and changed how the entire
hmm
character looked. But I see her being more like how she came out like just kind of a footsie based character, looks to with punish normals and with her neck breaker, then go for a setup. Like again, it's not like I'm not talking like Vortex setup. It's talking about like a classic sweep the opponent,
Uh-huh.
go for a setup, and then that's it. Like
Just like a setup like everybody else in the game has right now,
yeah,
kind of.
yeah, like this is very basic, nothing crazy, just going in, get a little damage, and walk out.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's how she was in 3, right? And then nobody played her
Yeah.
because
Well, to be fair, every character in the
uh,
game was god awful except for three characters.
except for Chun-Li.
Yeah, for Chun Li, Ken, and Yun.
And Yun was debatable, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's a cool new take on a charge character.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be interesting to see him. I just hope that again. I hope he is not going to be too Street Fighter 5. to where he plays pretty much just like Nash. But I hope he's retains some of his zoning properties from Street Fighter 4.
Oh, I'm not worried at all. He's going to play like Nash. I think he's going to play pretty much entirely differently
How so?
because Nash is kind of I mean, he's got the zoning and stuff, but I think that at his core, he's more of an aggressive character with the moonsaults and everything, and he's got the what's it called? Tragedy assault that steals your life and your meter and stuff like that, and in combos. And I don't know. I think that he's gonna play just enough away. I don't play Nash, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have your finger on that pulse better, but I think he seems different enough right now.
Yep. I hope his normals are good because like Nash has some really good normals in this game. I wonder how they're going to try to separate these two characters in terms of the normal pool. Because like crouching mean kick from Nash is arguably the best crouching mean kick in the game. So hopefully they try to implement some tools because like you think about Guile Street Fighter 4, he had two of his buttons were really the best, and they were by far and large the best. The crouching forward, which was on whiff punishable, just super fast, non-cancelable. If it was, it'd be super broken, and then also his standing fierce. His just I've seen it too, like the clock, but like it's that's a really signature normal. I hope these normals are very good, or they give you replacement normals to try to use in combat.
Well, and one big thing about Guile and 4, because I just played him literally yesterday, 2 days ago, a lot of his stuff was command, or not command, proximity based. Like he had basically two different move sets depending if you were close or far.
Hmm.
So it's going to be weird how they found that balance for him in this, because obviously they took away all proximity moves from Street Fighter
Well, if
5.
they do it like Nash, where he literally has a command normal on every single button, that might be what they try to do
They
instead.
could do that. I mean, I definitely saw forward fierce and everything on him already, so.
Yeah, the back fist.
Back Fisto.
Too bad Nash already stole it.
Oh, a much better one too, actually.
No, it's actually way worse than it was.
What?
It's like like you can sweep it.
So, and then if it hits, you get crush counter
There's a reason why infiltration never uses it.
well, maybe infiltration is a scrub.
Yeah, they only use it in one situation. That's off of Oki. Like just right on your wake up, you could do it meaty and then get the crush counter. It's actually kind of good then because that makes it not negative like 28 or whatever. It's actually like negative 13, but
Yeah, but I mean, you just get a lot off of it if it hits.
yeah, it's true. So we have his V trigger, or sorry, his critical art, Sonic Hurricane. It's actually just exactly what it was in Street Fighter 4.
Pretty much exact. Well, the biggest thing about that is that it's a charge motion.
It is.
First charge motion super in Street Fighter 5.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's true. They wanted Guile to be completely charge based, and so they even made his super the back forward back or forward back forward, charge back forward forward. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's crazy because actually that's as you said that's the first charge super in the game.
Hmm.
Also, right, like no other character in the game has only charge moves.
Hmm.
Even M Bison and Chun Li both have non-charge moves. Like Chun Li
And
known for her
Fang.
legs. Fang has his command dash, and then Bison has his Demon Flame. Like all three of those characters have a non-charge move, and then Guile apparently with only his two critical or his critical art as well as his both special moves being charged. Oh, you're muted.
I was coughing and I didn't hit the
Yeah.
button all the way back. I think that's a really good choice, honestly, because it gives the hardcore charge, lovers something that they can be like, yeah, this character, he fits me perfectly because he still remains all charge. And I think it's interesting too because it just definitely opens up the possibility for more charge supers later in the game as well.
Yeah, and also it increases his skill ceiling too, or increases his skill floor, should I say?
Hmm.
Because like to do a super cancel, you have to know how to do charge, which
Hmm.
is again the first time in the game.
And the big thing that nobody ever thinks about is that you can't mash it on a wake up. You have to know the reversal timings and everything too.
Yeah.
Not that
This-
you should be doing it on a wake up in this game anyway, but
Oh, oh man, the stage is gonna be 70K fight money.
I think yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, that's a Street Fighter 2 stage, dude.
I don't care.
It's
I ain't-
tight,
I
dude.
ain't-
In Street Fighter 2
I ain't
Vega,
paying 70K fight
you
money.
can climb on the fence, dude.
What? That's Vega, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Street Fighter 2, Vega could climb on the fence.
Oh, this is the different stage though. That was inside the bar, or whatever the club, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it was that one. I'm gonna look it up right now. Street Fighter 2, Vega climb fence.
Yeah, that was on the club stage, right? It's like red.
Gauge climb. Oh man.
Climb on the fence.
This isn't telling me. Fuck. Whatever.
Just go to the Google Images, dude.
Um. Oh, you're right. I thought it was he could do it in that one too.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you apparently know more about Street Fighter 2 than I do.
I've played it for like 5 minutes, dude. You're right.
Well, I mean, I played Championship Edition a lot.
But no, the Air Force Stage 70. Anyway, back to the Critical Core. It's literally the same thing as it was Street Fighter 4 in every way. The only difference is that in the V trigger mode, it actually like swirls your opponent around like a freaking blender, and then it
That's tight.
and it does more damage. Like that's really it. Actual extra range apparently.
I haven't seen it in motion yet. How wide is it? Like in
It's
game?
literally just like Street Fighter 4.
So that's pretty big. Like I don't know if
Oh,
it,
no, okay, maybe it's not that big. It is in V trigger, but not
okay.
in. I don't think it is in non V trigger. I could
Okay,
be
well,
wrong though.
I was just saying because like V reversals and stuff, the way to get out of chip kills, like if it's too wide, you might not be able to do it.
Like even Nash might like just teleport right in front of Guile and still get in, and he's stuck in the blender again.
Exactly. I mean, that could be a real thing, especially if Guile does as much chip with his V trigger and stuff as we've been talking about.
Well, to be fair, there's no chip kills. Actually, there is.
Yeah, I mean, with that there would be.
Yeah, these don't exist.
I mean, that's his ultra. Of course, it's
It's
gonna.
so weird to not have chip kills. I still disagree with that.
Maybe they'll patch it in.
I doubt
Can
it.
you imagine, dude? Like 3 years into the game, they're just like, yeah, okay, we'll put him back.
Yeah. Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. This is what they all sound like at Capcom.
They
Like
patch it. They hot patch it during a grand finals.
infiltration gets chipped out there. That's some crazy stuff.
What? Is that a bug?
Let's go talk to Combo Fiend Roses. Hey guys, Combo Fiend Roses here with a new update for Street Fighter V. I'm sorry to tell you that chip kills have been added into the game during the grand finals of Evo 2016.
That would be sick. I would be okay with that. You make things so hype. Oh, hey, speaking of Evo, that's in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
It's like
3.
July. It's like July 17th.
So there's yeah, you're right. It's the 15th through the 17th. But that's only 3 months away. So there's 3 more characters that have come out between.
Oh,
then
do
and
you
now.
think that character's gonna be allowed? Who's gonna come out in July? Yuri,
I'm
right?
sure it will be, dude. I'm sure Capcom will push to have their character, because that's more money for them on all those consoles, dude.
Yeah, yeah. On every single console, dude.
Yeah. I mean, unless they start to play it and like some pros come to them secretly, are like, look, we really can't play with this guy. I'm sure that I am almost positive they will try and get the character out in time for it.
Mm-hmm. Although to be
That's-
fair, like I mean, with their current release schedule, they can't because they keep releasing characters at the last week of every month.
Yeah, but I mean, as they kind of smooth the process over, I'm sure it'll get quicker.
Although
Besides,
they still haven't
besides
implemented.
June has 5 months in it, dude, or 5 weeks. So that's an extra week for them to get it all.
Oh yeah, but like because like
June has 5 months.
it's 5 months in it, dude. Like they haven't even implemented the freaking in-game shop yet. They haven't implemented the or like the money paid shop.
Mhm.
They haven't implemented the the story mode yet. I mean, there's quite a few things that still aren't there, and they keep releasing characters. Seem like at least this month, I'll give them a huge credit for being a lot more vocal to us. They're like, okay, guys, here's
Yeah.
this Guile trailer, here's the Guile information, and like then they'll release them. Like it's not like I wasn't with Alex, where it's like, here's Alex, guys, there you go. Like,
Can I can I just for a second tangent really fast?
sure, yeah,
Can we stop calling things leaks? Like they're like, oh, look at these photos of Giles that are leaked, and it's just like the most like
perfect screenshot.
obvious. It's like here are all the moves you want to see. Here's his V trigger. Is his V? It's like just release them. We don't need to call it a leak. You're not gonna get anybody.
Got
to
the
look
got
at
the
this.
leak, dude. Got the leak.
Got the leaks,
Leaks
man.
here, dude. Leaks here.
Leaks, though.
Leak.
I just think it's stupid. That's it, though.
Yeah. Like where they're like, oh, top secret information, dude. Top secret. We're the first one.
Top secret zone.
But Kyle, overall, what are we thinking?
Like I said, I hate charge characters with a passion, and I think he's gonna be sick, and I kind of want to play him.
6. Does that mean he's gonna be top 5?
I honestly can't say. I'll have to see. I mean, professionally, at like a good level, yes, he will be top 5, almost guaranteed. But I can't. I don't know if a character can be top 5 if only pros are good with them. You know what I mean?
That's true, because it seems like the pro meta is a lot different than the the peasant meta right now.
Exactly. And I know in League of Legends, the MOBA style game, a lot of stuff is balanced for LCS play, and then the casual players are like, "What do you do? I don't even know how to do this, and now I can't do the thing that I was doing because you nerfed the thing." That was all very vague, but I mean, they have an overreaction tendency to not look at the game as a whole and focus on the 1%. So, I mean, until I actually get my hands on Guile and see how people want to play him, how he does play, how different people do play him, and the abilities with which that can work, I can't really say. But I think he's going to be really good. He has all the tools he needs to be really good in this game.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't agree?
No, I'm just thinking like,
Oh,
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that pretty wholeheartedly. I think he's gonna be very good at the top level of play. Again, like the meta in at least our scene is just jump around, be crazy.
jump,
It's
jump, jump
like it's
around.
seriously like jump, dash, and however you can get in. Like I remember answering a lower player 3 times in a row. It's just what happens.
What are you gonna do, dude?
Jump, meeting kick, jump, meeting kick, jump,
Probably
meeting
me.
kick, and
I was probably that lore player.
it's like, come on, dude.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I didn't show up to any weeklies this week, but I don't know. I just don't really care to play Street Fighter 5 as much as I would play
Hmm.
Street Fighter 4, you know?
Yeah, same here
It's
actually.
just rough. I just don't get the same satisfaction because like I went to max out, our monthly a couple weeks ago. I went like 3-2. I don't practice. I don't look at matchups. I don't do anything. I just play the game. And the fact that I'm still doing so well actually kind of bothers me.
Hmm.
I'm like, I should not be beating these people. I want to lose again. But too good, I guess.
Too good.
It's just it doesn't give the same satisfaction. That's all it is.
And
And it
that's with
might
your
just be.
that's with your birdie too.
Yeah. It was with my birdie.
Who even likes that character? That character sucks.
What? No,
I hate,
Chris.
I
We
hate
are
playing
about
that.
we are about to talk for another 20 minutes about how godlike birdie
Dude.
is.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not godlike. He's just boring as hell to play.
No, because you could just do what you throw the can.
No, you don't do anything. You just stand there, and then you just sit there and wait. You're like,
Chris.
okay, wait, is he walking forward? Okay, I'll chain. Here we go. And then you're like, okay. And then he's like, oh, he's gonna jump next time. Well, let's do the high chain. Here we go. And then he's like,
Why would you ever guess with high chain when crouch and medium punch anti-airs the world?
yeah, it does. The only thing it
No.
doesn't anti-air is freaking Ryu jump light kick when it hits in front.
Yeah, because it can't. It literally can't.
Yeah.
But no, the reasons that you're saying are the reasons I like to play Birdie because it's very refreshing to do nothing and be rewarded in this game.
I,
Like my other character is Laura, where I got to be pressing buttons and throwing fireballs and doing rock paper scissors shenanigans on people's wake ups and guessing right and doing all this other stuff, which is fine, and I can do that. But then on the other side, you're just like, I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna see what you do, and I'm gonna beat whatever you have.
yeah.
It's a very Street Fighter 4-esque feeling to me.
Actually, that's what I do with Nash sometimes. Like against, like especially like Nikali. Nikali, I have to be reactive instead of proactive. So like I like throw a fireball, then I dash up. I'm just like, what are you gonna do, dude? What are you gonna do?
Well, now, boy.
What are you gonna do? You gonna jump? You gonna jump, bud? Oh wait, I can't answer you, Rip. Sorry.
Oh, never. Well, let me give Crouch medium punch.
No, it gets destroyed by his dive kick
Oh,
and his jump
yeah,
roundhouse.
you're right.
Or jump fierce. I mean, it gets destroyed.
Something interesting that again we haven't really touched on. No characters have really been nerfed yet.
No, nothing has changed at all.
Yeah,
Actually.
because we were talking about how we thought it was going to go MOBA style. We were going to see, changes kind of on the fly and really quick there. But even with the Alex update, they just changed very major things, and looks like they're still kind of taking a step
Yeah,
back.
they're more like system changes, and they're definitely system changes, not character changes, like balance changes more say.
Yeah.
But also, like not to mention that a lot of people on release, especially in the Kansas City scene, that say Alex sucks, and then we see Snake Eyes picking him up. We see quite a few people picking him up. It seems like a lot of people think he's actually pretty good.
The only concern that I have with that is that the closer we get to Evo, the riskier will be for them to start releasing balance changes, Because you
Mhm.
got to give people time to get used to what they're changing, or don't, fucking change your game July
Oh,
16th. Who cares?
that's what they did
really?
with Ultra Street Fighter 4, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, it really risks that casual consumer base because they need more time to get used to things than us professional players do, Chris.
Hmm. But Scrubs shouldn't go to Evo, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna body so many scrubs at Evo with my fraud ass Laura and Birdie.
Just go 3-2, guaranteed.
I mean, it was better than it did last year.
Yeah. No, where I went 3-2. Rip,
Rip. Didn't Wraith go 0-2?
something like that.
Fucking you suck, Wraith. God damn,
Dude,
dude.
I lost to a Fei Long and a Rufus.
I remember that.
Ugh,
You could have beat that Fei Long.
he was good. I'm not gonna.
Come on.
I'm like not to say that like they weren't better than me. They were, but this kind of sucks.
I lost to a Zangief as Ryu.
Sorry, dude. I can't believe you won against that Viper player. Like Mason, crouching medium kick, and then you just go, nope, 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 nope. He just kept doing it, and then you won.
Yeah, it's because I'm the best at adaptation. Dude.
Dude, he literally just kept getting hit by. You didn't cancel it. You didn't do anything with it. You're just like low forward, low forward, low forward. And he's like,
Well-
he's like thunder. Oh, thunder. No, thunder knuckle. And then he just kept getting hit like 10 times in a row.
If I had canceled it, that would have been more time before I could do another
No, no.
crouching medium kick.
Dude,
Come on now.
He just kept getting hit by it. He's like, yeah, this is fine. This is okay. I have 900 health, but it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna kill this guy. And then he died. And then he was like, well,
Oh man,
Street Fighter 4, dude.
Street Fighter 4, dude.
Objectively better the game than Street Fighter 5. What?
What? I don't know. I played it just the other day with Josh, and I was losing to his Bison and T-Hawk, and I almost broke my stick because that's the most frustrating shit in the world.
But you know what's not frustrating? Winning with Guile, dude.
Oh, it's gonna be very frustrating.
I can't wait to play him.
You really excited that you're gonna switch, maybe?
If he zones, I will. If he's not going to zone, then I might as well keep with the characters I do. But if
Well, you said yourself you didn't do as well yesterday. Maybe a new era is upon us.
because I haven't played the game in a week,
Hell yeah, dude.
and people are like, "Dude, I beat Fire Team." Oh, and I'm like, "Whatever, dude. Whatever."
Man, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Wrecked.
Shoutouts to whoever beat you.
Since a guy beat me, dude, he clocked me pretty hard.
Oh well,
He
Sensei
ke-
guy's-
he
he's-
ke-
you cannot be mad at
He,
Sensei
he,
guy.
he kept doing the forward fierce, and then he did the frame trap afterward. You know, I haven't played against Alex really yet, so
Uh-huh.
like I didn't know that was positive. So I'm like, here's my button, and he's like, counter hit, and it get hit like 6 times in a row, and I'm like, this is really fun.
It's fun. Good time. Oh man, I wonder what Guile's alternate costume's gonna be. His premiere
They
one.
already showed one, I think. It's gonna be like just like a Street Fighter 4 one. Like
Oh,
in,
just
like,
the
the
camo.
combat. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
camo and tank. The camo pants with the tank top.
You're tank top.
Dude, I really liked his summer costume. The frickin' Sub-Zero mask thing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to point out. I was thinking about it. The fact that we're getting ninja suit like Nash, right, is really good because we've seen all the costumes in this game so far have been kind of realistic, quote unquote. But I want to see stupid costumes now too. You know.
Like Mika's is pretty dumb, like the chicken one, or whatever.
Well, yeah, she's getting the angel wings and stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying I like stuff like that. I mean, not obviously super overly pompous or anything, but just it's more fun when I realize that I'm in a video game and I can do stupid video game stuff, and it's not like, should I wear the button-up suit or the T-shirt today? It's like, no, I don't want to pick between those. That's my real life. I don't want to have to dress up in real life clothes. Socks are khakis, which is gonna go better with the stage. No, give me like electric halos.
Give me electric halos. Oh my god. Rip. Is there anything else you would like to talk about, Guile?
No, I didn't realize we've been talking so long already.
It
I
was-
mean, I think Guile's gonna be sick. I think Capcom's doing a great job. If you're listening, please sponsor us. We love you. You're doing awesome. At least I do. Give me all the money.
Well, also we have a little bit more to talk about,
Whoa.
but it's not Guile. It's just the Guile patch. Sadly, this is really obnoxious. I hate this. But they're talking about.
I already closed the tab. But
Yeah, they said. Let's see. I'll get you the.
I pulled it back up. We're good.
There we go. Matchmaking improvements. So they have so I'm talking about this first, which is not really that bad of a thing. So it said they're making a number of improvements. Should have an easier time creating and connecting to battle lounges. Also loosening restrictions on finding an opponent. So in other words, your 5-bar connection is going to be even worse now, which is pretty awesome because there's already huge issues with teleporting and bad connections, even on 5-star connections. But also, this is what really annoys me: rage quit system they're implementing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, dude. Like, when somebody rage quits, they lose their points, right? Like, it's just that simple. No, 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 no. Well, we're also happy to announce that we'll implement a system to punish players who frequently disconnect during matches. It will identify players who have high disconnect rates during matches and will lock them out of matchmaking for a period of time.
Oh, you're not even reading the best part of that sentence, which will come alongside an in-game message notifying the player that they've been caught in the act.
Like, who cares? I
Well,
I
okay.
didn't lose my points.
Devil's advocate here. Maybe they're locking those players out of matchmaking until they can get a more permanent solution.
But it's 2 months after the game's release. How hard is it?
They have to change numbers, dude. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe Capcom, if they change those numbers, maybe Alex will do no damage. You don't know how these things work.
Dude, like, I always hate that. It's like, especially when it comes to Blizzard games, people are like, you don't know how to make a game. It's like, dude, like, they're Activision Blizzard. They're the biggest publishing game corporation on the entire planet.
Since Street Fighter V is basically League of Legends, I will say I have read my fair share of patches on League of Legends stuff where it's like, we've reduced Malzahar's damage on his Q. And an unrelated bug, you can't play Garen because his move speed is now 7,000.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
their code just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It
dude, no.
intertwines
Oh,
all-
that's Riot, dude. Riot's spaghetti code is so rip.
Shoutouts to Tencent Gaming.
That's the reason why they're based out of St. Louis, dude. And, like, they just suck.
They're owned by Chinese people now.
Rip.
Tencent. But you know what I mean? Like I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
But, like, seriously, man, they should seriously have had a matchmaking or a rage quit. It's easy, you know. If you disconnect, you lose your points. Like, I just don't understand why that's such a. I don't understand why that wasn't the thing from the get-go. And also, there's still no talk about fixing the versus screen. Like, this is a tournament game. This does it. Like, how do you have not both players selecting yes or no to go back to menu? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like how do you not have that? Like, that is the most basic. How are they in playtesting, right? And then how are they in playtesting? And then like combo feeding sitting next to Mike Ross or whatever. And they're like they're playing, and then the Mike Ross loses obviously, and then they're like the Mike Ross sitting in player 2, and then he's like, Hey, Combo Fiend, could you be kind enough to go back to the character select screen? Thank you. And, like, why can't it just be like character select?
Peter Combo Feed Rosas here. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, dude, why can't they just implement that? I just don't understand it.
Maybe it's so when you get the salty run back and your opponent's like, I gotta switch to my main. You're like, I don't think so. I don't think so. We're going back.
Like, no, it's like freaking like when I was playing in tournament yesterday, I had to be like, of course, my opponent's already super salty at me for whatever reason, and then I'm like, hey, can you, I'm like, hey, do you want to go back to the character select screen? You good? You good? No? You good? Nice. Okay, nice. Thank you. Okay. And then, like, or it could just be, like, him selecting no,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard.
I will say that is my favorite part of metagaming in Street Fighter V is like, you okay? You gonna stick with it? It's like, yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure? You really want to, after what I just did to you, you want to sit?
Just get
All right,
really,
man, I
really
guess.
aggressive with
It's your game. Man.
Just get really mean about it. I just don't know, man. I mean, that was like double perfect, dude. Like, dude, it wasn't even at all. I took a round. No, it's just pretty much like a double perfect. Just shut up. Just shut up and press the button. Jesus.
I did that with the paper Marcus on max out.
Oh my god.
And Lopez Dalton was like, you sure? Like, all right.
That's so mean.
It's so fun.
It's 100%. Are you no 100% sure? I'll give you a sec to think
Why
about
don't you
it.
press the button for me? So that way you just know you're all right.
Oh, that's so godlike.
It's just fun. It's just tournament stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, I just really wish again they just actually implement the system properly, because that's a huge oversight. That probably would not take that many lines of code.
Why don't you just patch it in, dude? Get the PC version, patch it in.
They literally made Alex look better than the game designers did. Like, they could probably do that in a matter of
We
minutes.
talked about that last week. I forgot. That's right.
Like, they literally could, like, they fixed all the clipping issues. They probably could literally make the game again. Shout out to modders, dude.
Shoutouts to modders.
Well, that's my rant about rage quitting.
I liked it. It was good.
Anything else you would like to talk about, Mr. Mason?
I mean, I'm barely even on the same page as Street Fighter V anymore, so I'm good.
Rip.
Rip.
Don't spend 70K fight money on a stage, kids. Don't do it.
You should support your local Capcom's community.
That doesn't support them. It's paying with in-game currency.
It supports them. You are paying them in time.
They don't care about your time, dude.
Oh, they don't give a shit about your time, but
It-
you give a shit about your time, and you're giving it to them. That's how that works, Chris.
Oh, they can offer it for money.
They can offer for money. Yeah, that's. I guess when they get the. I'm curious. I really want to see their week one projected profits for the real currency shop.
$8 billion.
They have to, dude. It has to be.
Are they going to offer survival mode colors for free now, or for
No,
paid? Paid? I
no,
mean,
no, they won't
dumb.
do that.
That's so dumb.
Have fun beating the survival mode 3 more times with Guile for both costumes, kids.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Stay
exactly.
safe out there.
And on that note, thank you all for watching Frametrap Fridays episode number 9. I'm gonna upload this VOD tonight, I promise, because I want to post this on Acacia or onto r/Street Fighter if I can.
Shoutouts to r/Street Fighter watching this one first, as I'm sick as hell. Thanks, guys.
Until then.
Adios.